From August 23rd to September 10th, the SPFL takes over the Francis Babalastic Grounds. And this time, every point counts. Gros, bring the crew, bring the energy. Gros, it's your turn. SPFL, jealous of who? Forwards. Just up. Brought to you by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, St. Lucia Football Association, and National Lotteries Authority. Endorsed by Lucille, Jade Mountain and Chasney, ES Productions, Flow, Veterans in Sports, and Brothers.
When considering or purchasing a new appliance, remember that we are a nation that runs on 240 volts. And appliances designed for 110 volts will need a transformer to function. Using a transformer on a 110 appliance may increase your energy consumption, and when not in use, it wastes energy and costs you more in the long term. Stylish is good for shoes, but appliances should be smart. Saving energy is what's smart.
Welcome to Season 3 of the Semi-Pro Football League. We've all been waiting.
The place is too small for me.
Semi-Pro Chalem.
Si ou pas jaloux moun, levez la main, levez la main, levez la main. Si ou pas jaloux moun, levez la main, levez la main.
SPFL, jealous of who?
Forwards, just up.
SPFL, jealous of who?
Forwards, just up.
Show them we love Semi-Pro Jazz.
Levez la main, levez la main.
For Semi-Pro Jazz.
Levez la main, levez la main.
SPFL, drop the rhythm.
Always online, and it's somebody taking that posting. Too much yapping, like I know they're packing. When you check it out, these people thinking like asking. Who did this? Eko pani yeah. Uni hish, meti mama il a fait. Mamele, si ou ka gade mwe. Depuis ou ka travay we tout le monde. Levez la main, me jealous of who? Forwards, just so. That ain't true, me jealous of who? Forwards. Just so, show them we not that fine and just levez la main, levez la main. Who not bad mind? Levez la main, levez la main. Yo give me rhythm.
Oh, what a strike there.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are
Assistant referee 1, Cornelia Ekman. Assistant referee 2, Joe Polius. And your fourth official, Cheyenne Similia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the teams. Playing on home ground this evening in their navy blue with a touch of yellow, Team Rosalie. And they face tonight the two-time Semi-Pro champions, the Clery. At this time, we invite you all to stand at attention for the national anthem of St. Lucia. starting 11s. We begin with the Gros starting 11. Number 17, Aramis Gilbert. Number 13, Brandon Eugene. Number 55, Emerson Descent. Number 10, Jaleel Evans. Number 11, Eden Charles. Number 9, Nicholas Lawrence. Number 2, Miguel Stanislas. Number 19, Samuel Elujo. Number 20, Joshua George. Number 8, Thierry Morrill. And number 5, Michael Justin. The starting 11 for the Clery, number 88, Devon St. Prix. Number 14, Derek Joseph. Number 27, Lyndon Constantine. Number 10, Moving Central. Number 77, Yannick Noel. Number 99, Rohan Cooper. Number 70, Badger Redmond. Number 6, Erickson McGraw. Number 29, Alex Evo. Number 55, Jackie Phillips. And number 17, Daggy Phillips. It's a matchup of the league's current number 5 position, the Clery, after 3 wins, they seat in position number 5 with 5 points. Gros are 2 points behind them in position number 8 after 3 games with 3 points. A win for either one of these teams this evening will automatically take them into the top 3 on the league table. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the football.
We're underway with our feature matchup this evening. Gros going up against Clery. It's been a matchup that's really delivered some exciting games in recent years. Clery, of course, 2-time champions of SPFL. Gros early on the attack, Nicholas up front. We've got a really good crowd here at the Francis Babalastic ground. Clery now on the attack. They've represented St. Lucia the last couple of CFU Club Shields. Several internationals on both teams. And also two teams that feature a really nice mix of youth and experience, with a number of those players featuring in the recent Blackheart tournament. Blackheart under 19 tournament. Both teams also looking to really kick their campaigns off in a big way, Clivers.
Yeah, it's Terry J. the Clery team. They've won just one this season. They've drawn two. So they would want to get back to the winning ways. They have been, in fact, the only team to have won the St. Lucia Semi-Pro League. Back-to-back champions in season 1 and season 2. So Clery, we know the pedigree that team possesses. And tonight they'll want to get back to their winning ways.
And of course they have Devon St. Prix in goal. He's the St. Lucia Football Association Inc. Player of the Year, Men's Player of the Year. They actually also have, he's not in the squad, but they also have the young man who was the Youth Player of the Year in Shaquille Martelli.
In terms of resources, the Clery team boasts a lot of resources both on the field and off the field at the minute.
Ramis Gilbert telling Nicholas Lawrence that he could probably have got that a little bit wider.
Swing this one in, out towards the goal. The heads go up, but this one is just wide. I think Sempri would have had that covered as well as it went through.
Premature calls of goal.
Thierry Morrill getting involved early on. Spurred on, of course, by his home crowd. You can see them. Good pressure by Morrill. Just forcing the defender to put this one out for a throw-in. Still early in the set. And Clery, again, this one goes into touch. Another throw-in to the boys in the baby blue from the north.
Try to find the lanky figure of Jalil Evans, but he only succeeds in handing the ball back. And Clive, I don't know if you can see over in the corner there, the Ancillary is still doing their debrief.
It seems like we have an entire conference scheduled. The ancillary team.
They're in no hurry to get back down the coast.
I guess they would have agreed that they were going to stay to watch the second game, and they just profit the opportunity.
I don't think they're watching at the moment. They're just
they involved.
having a very, very deep conversation. First team to have conceded points to Central Castries, and they give Central Castries all 3 points, and Central Castries actually move off the bottom of the table, at least temporarily, with their first win of the competition. 1 win and 3 losses. Central Castries, they temporarily ahead of Mabuya Valley. Mabuya Valley down in 10th. Those two teams in the relegation zone.
Of course, action continue here at the Francis Babalastic grounds with Clery and Gros, who's playing at home. The Babalastic grounds located in the northern part of the island.
Both of these teams have scored 5 goals so far this season, but Clery with, as you can see there, the footballer of the year. Also national goalkeeper. He's kept for St. Lucia a few times, in replacement, of course, of Vino Bartlett, who would have started his career. I don't want to just say in Viewfort South, because he is a Miku lad to play for Viewfort South. At one point, there were 2 goalkeepers for Miku, or who were Miku products. One played for Miku, one played for Viewfort South at the under 21 level. So Miku / Viewfort South, but more closely identified certainly with Viewfort South. Would have come up under the likes of Emmanuel Belas. Speaking of Viewfort South, I have to offer my congratulations. We did not last night to Raisa Joseph, new mayor of Viewfort Town.
Yes, that's right. I would like to echo that sentiment.
She'll do a fine job.
Raisa Joseph.
Goal kick once again for Clery. Gets it high up the field. It's going to be a throw to the boys from North Castries. DeVoe gets a beautiful ball in. Flag
And
goes up,
yes,
however. Alex DeVoe deployed today as a central midfielder. DeVoe is such a versatile young player. Also a versatile young man. He's been a national competitor in track and field as well. Competed at the Carifta Games a couple of years ago.
That's right. Alex DeVoe, very versatile.
And he's played as a winger for the national team, national under 17 and under 19 teams. Seeing they're just fixing his socks. And this time he earns a free kick in midfield. Doesn't get much of a purchase on it, but it still stays with Clery, at least momentarily. Gosley now on the attack. They try to swing it out. Samuel Louison. But
this one trying to build something Grizzly. And in the meantime, Clery sitting back, just waiting for them. The game's still very scrappy, not settled yet. Nobody's dominating possession at the military. So the exchanges are even.
We have to note that Clery, Team of the Year in the SLFA Awards on the weekend. And of course, Coach of the Year went to Zane Pierre, the coach of the Clery football team. former national midfielder, former national captain. Had a decent club career. Played in, I think it was in Italy, he played 1 year. Also would have played in the semi-pro league in Trinidad and Tobago. But here comes Gros on the attack through Nicholas Lawrence. Nicholas Lawrence takes on the defender, tries to get it through, but foiled. Needed probably a player coming in to support him. As Johnny managed to get that one away, and now Johnny is on the move. Some big numbers for these Clery players. They've got 29, 55, 27, 99, 70 and 77.
You have some heavy.
I think last year was the first time in something like 40 years in a Premier League game in the UK that a team actually wore numbers 1 through 11 for the starting team. These days, players are allowed to pretty much take any number that they like from 0 to 99, and they've taken advantage of the Clery team. Highest number for Gros in the starting lineup is 19, whereas we've seen some big numbers being put on by Clery. And they've got quite a choice of kits as well, Clery. I asked at one point, I think you might have been there, Clivus, whether they get a new color every season, because Clery hasn't really been consistent playing in one color throughout these 3 seasons. They've gone in purple, they've been in yellow, now they're in yellow, red, and black.
I think this yellow, red, and black
that's
is
the main color. But
season 1, they would have predominantly played with that one. A nice touch from the keeper, but the danger is not completely averted. And now it is the number 55 in
Emerson
goal.
Bissett. That's actually their
Bissett.
biggest number. So the biggest outfield number is 19, but Bissett carrying the 55 for them. So I don't think you'll find many football games. Certainly you wouldn't have 10 years ago. As recently as 10 years ago, I don't think you'd have found many football games where you had a 55 on each side.
Things are changing, and now the players are given the leeway to basically select whatever number they want, and we see it in other sports as well. But it's now filtering into the football.
Tries to get the through ball there, Yannick Noel. Here flying in the breeze at the Francis Baba elastic ground.
And stripped of that ball, and
Armaris Gilbert bears down on goal. Still work to do for Devon St. Prix. And there might be a card. There is a card. I don't know what he could be complaining about. I don't know what Devon St. Prix could be complaining about here.
there's no reason for him to complain. He was out of the area and he put a clumsy tackle on
Nicholas Lawrence.
Nicholas Lawrence. It is
Aramis Gilbert bears down on goal. Yeah, his hands are extended. Come on. I don't know.
There's nothing to complain about in this one.
He probably needs to see the replay of this one.
Devon St. Prix was out of his ground and really committed an infringement, and the referee was right on this occasion.
Well, it's Eve Charles, one of the veterans for Gros, has produced quite a number of goals over the years for Gros, and certainly in the Gros League. Standing over this one, the wall is set. Tries to swing it in. Still with Gros. Charles.
Just a little bit too heavy there, Charles. Looking for the one touch and just the pass from Charles. It was a bit too heavy.
Caught his fellow attacker unawares, I think. But had his body angled just downfield a bit more.
He might have been able to get it across.
Terry Morrill. Terry Morrill on the run. It's Terry Morrill one-on-one with the one century, and he goes just wide.
A very timely tackle as well. I'm not sure what the referee will be calling, but Terry Morrill, he got that challenge came in from the defender who was trailing him all the way through. I'm not sure if he got the ball.
Say timely. I think that tackle was a bit late.
I'm not sure if he got the ball.
He's probably a little bit lucky to have escaped the referee's wrath.
Just on the replay, Terry Morrill.
Shot goes. Tackle comes in. So just a little bit late, and not to be underestimated too was the intervention of Aramis Gilbert, who played a little bit of a role there, holding off the defender who would have been approaching Terry Morrill as he head off into the 18-yard box. Morrill again. Morrill wins the corner.
Does win
well
the
done.
corner. And again, is getting mixed up in a lot of the challenges out there. Basically, one would think leave it.
Alright, you last go and sit down.
This game has really flared into life, Climbers.
Yes, it has.
Exciting stuff. Grosley with some brilliant attacking work. And now Clery on the move. Clery looking for what might be their first genuine attempt on goal.
A little bit of tugging and pulling there from Clery. Infringement spotted, and the referee has whistled it. Michael Justin.
Aramis Gilbert. Now Lawrence.
And fires this one well wide, Lawrence. Just caught his radar completely wrong, Lawrence.
Very well wide. But the important thing, I think, is that Grosley is really showing themselves as an attacking force. They haven't shown up big time in the tournament thus far. But just as we saw Central Castries flaring into life and getting their first points and getting off the bottom of the table, Grosley looking good. They're down in 8th place at the moment, and they'll want at home in front of a pretty healthy crowd here at the Francis Babalastic ground. They'll want to show what they're made of.
Yes, they have the support. They have the 12th man with them. The support is very solid for the Grosley team, and I think at the moment they're providing their fans with what they came here for, and playing dominating possession, particularly in the attack. They look very organized and beginning to get things together. Clery is just holding them off at the minute.
Louison tries to find a man up front, unable to do so. And not the best technique there by Justin. Nicholas Lawrence apparently also receiving a card.
Confirmation of yellow card issued to Rosalie's number 9, Nicholas Lawrence, cautioned in the 22nd minute.
Gilbert surrounded by black, red and yellow shirts. It's it downfield, tries to find Noel. Gilbert again on the chase. Wins it, but referee was not happy. Gilbert is a fiery character.
Again, interesting stuff. But Grizzly is showing themselves to be very potent in attack. And Aramis Gilbert, the chief amongst them. Again, nice ball for the Clery, timely intervention by Michael Justin. Still danger has not been averted and lifted over Emerson Bissett and fortuitously for Grizzly over the transversal as well. But golden opportunity presented and not being capitalized upon.
Yeah, Saint Romain making a really good run and just unable to keep it down and get it into the back of the net. I think he'll be a little bit disappointed with that.
He will be. He got into position, got the opportunity, and just could not get it down in time.
Passing just about perfect, right on target. Playing as a wide man in that three-man midfield. Flicks on this time, Saint Romain. Saint Romain, I think, would have been a couple of years ago would have won an award in the SLFA awards as a Young Player of the Year, if I recall correctly.
Yes, Saint Romain. Lads from Grizzly, the likes of Eve and Saint Romain have been around quite. Michael Justin, in terms of defense, has featured with the national youth team as well. He was part of the St. Lucia setup that won the Windward Island School Games football competition. So a number of the Grizzly players as well as the Clery players have featured in national colors.
Yes, youth internationals, senior internationals. Now clashing in this crucial Tier 1 matchup. Emerson Bissett gets applause from the crowd as he's able to keep that one out. Good effort on goal. Cut back, coming in. And it still goes late.
Oh my goodness!
That one absolutely wasted by Terry Morrill.
Served on a platter with everything, garnish, relish and everything, and could not finish.
Got it basically from Gilbert on penalty spot. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, just have to note that of the replay, you'll notice, is not as crisp as it usually is with our friends from ES Productions. That's due to the connection that we have this evening. Our internet connection not the best. We're looking forward to having much better quality for you on the weekend, as is normally the case with our team at ES Productions.
Yes, Terry. So just a bit of technical difficulty, but nevertheless, we continue.
But I can tell you who will not want to see that replay in any better quality is Terry Morrell.
Terry Morrell.
He will not be replaying. He might be replaying it in his head if the if the result goes against Grosley this evening. He might not sleep.
Serve this one on a silver platter. And could not. And oh my goodness! And it's raining shots on goal here at the Francis Babalastic ground. And Clery pulling a shot on their own. And a spectacular save by Emerson Bissett.
Emerson Bissett had quite a bit of work to do there. And he might have more work to do yet. DeVoe nearly won that, and this time he does get it at least out to his own player. They get it wide. Clery. Numbers starting to come into the box. Noel lines that one up. Dangerous pass there by Gilbert. Comes to nothing.
Good pressure.
Erickson McGlaw.
Defenders putting some good pressure on Erickson and just forcing him to shoot that one wide. But again, the pace of the game is picking up. You see end-to-end stuff as well. Grosley momentarily unable to clear the line. Emerson Bissett, he has earned his pay this evening by his work in the
2 excellent stops.
Finds Michael Justin. Michael Justin playing that ball down the right flank.
And you know, sometimes you bring something up, Clivus, and you can't stop seeing it. There are about 3 pairs of black boots on the pitch.
Which in some ways might be outside of the norm, as we see a little bit of
Absolutely.
dancing.
Number of different colors, but just 3 black too. But anyway, Grosley on the attack. Morrell looking to make up for his earlier mishap, and he finds Nicholas Lawrence out wide. Lawrence gets the cross in, and not custodian Devon Senpri still there, and it ends up in a corner. Senpri was very slow to get up after making the initial save. Looks as though he may have done himself some damage. We've got a man down as well for Grosley. All happening out in the middle at the moment.
It's been a frenetic pace in the last 5 or so minutes. Terry's been end-to-end stuff. And Grosley not surrendering.
I think this is the first time we've seen Sharma Filgens in action.
Sharma Filgens been called to action. Again, we see yet another female physio, Terry.
Indicating that he may have a problem with his arm. Also, national rugby coach.
Correct.
Used to play volleyball, but I think has fallen in love with rugby, and she's now the national academy coach. Sanusha Rugby Football Union developing quite a nice program. They've had a very busy calendar this year. Just concluded the Carnival Sevens, where we had participants from the US, Canada, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Barbados, and Vincent and the Grenadines.
That was played right here at the Francis Babalastic.
That's correct. I think the 5th edition of the Carnival Sevens. Grosley on the attack. They've got a corner. In swinger. Beats everyone.
Little long. Just too deep on this occasion. He had bodies inside the 6 yard, but just a bit too long.
Yeah, Louisiana, though, closely watched, and he was unable. I think his preference would probably have been to just pump it right back into the box, but he was very, very closely watched and was unable to do what he would have preferred. So he had to take a touch and eventually lost the ball out of play. A game like this, I think, deserves a goal. Eden Charles once again stands over it, lobs it into the 18-yard box. Acrobatic try to keep it in play does not produce much of much. Gros in the midfield, trying to exploit the space right in front of the goal, and Nicholas Lawrence this time unable to catch up with it.
Safety first.
Another throw, this time a little bit closer. McGlaw called on for the defensive action. Swung behind goal by Makai Stanislaus.
In the last few minutes, Devon St. Priest's goal has been on the attack.
And the siege. Rosalie back with the ball. There's Eve again. Well taken by Lawrence. Lawrence beats the player twice.
My word. He need a little more than that on the header to beat Devon St. Priest, but it's going through the defense like hot knife through butter. Lawrence and of course Thierry Morrill always part of that engagement as well.
Yeah, Thierry Morrill, I feel like I always watching him, feel like he looks so comfortable on the ball, and I think he just needs a bit of a cutting edge. I think he's somebody who could really benefit from being in an academy setup internationally, who could benefit from some advanced coaching. We talk about the Arsenal partnership with the St. Lucia Tourism Association and the fact that they're looking to set up a coaching hub here in St. Lucia. I think he's the kind of person who could really come of age and
come from there, definitely so. Has the requisite raw material, and if he's given
his decision making is not always the best, but in terms of athleticism and raw skill, something I always used to talk about with Vaso, the former youth coach who's unfortunately passed away, and Vaso always said, at a certain level, St. Lucia competes with anybody in the world as far as just raw talent is concerned, and everybody who's around the football will tell you that we have all the talent that you need. It's just a question of marrying the technical ability, the strategic understanding of the game, decision making. Those are where we really start to fall down as you get towards the senior football.
Yes, as you go up the food chain, just technically, and that speaks to the foundation not being set, Terry, for the sport. So the raw talent is there, the raw ability is there, but in terms of achieving on the fundamentals of the sport and to build on that falling short. So as we go up in age and up in experience, we're left behind in that particular area.
Well, here comes Morel talking about talent and ability. Brilliant turn.
Excellent turn, Thierry Morel.
Rosalie have been very, very strong in the midfield.
Rosalie midfield has all but nullified the presence of Alex Deveau and the Clery midfield.
Devoe's been forced to drop very deep.
Very deep.
And because he's been forced to drop very deep, he's really the linchpin as the defensive midfielder for that central threesome for Clery. And forced more into the defense. He's now unable to really connect with his players in the midfield, moving Centromain and Ronham Cooper.
So, Rosalie is working at the moment. But he cannot change in a snap of a finger. Corner kick to defend. Can't beat the first man at the near pole.
And I would have really loved to have seen the result of a better corner than that. You've got a great deal of length in the center of the park for Clery, moving Centromain, Ronham Cooper. Very tall young men. Would have loved to have seen what they could have produced from better service. Rosalie now looking to hold on to possession. Stanislas. Stanislas gets it to the byline. But there's nobody there. Aramis Gilbert being closely monitored inside the 6-yard box. And he was the only blue shirt anywhere in sight.
Not a single blue shirt apart from Aramis Gilbert. And that one is another chance that goes a begging.
But excellent approach work by Mekhi Stanislas, it must be said. Causing all kinds of problems for Zane Pierre on the sideline. Coach of the year. Charles. Good delivery, but goes straight to Devon Sempri. Well flighted. Rosalie in control once again. Deveau now back in the midfield. Tries a tackle.
Lovely interplay by Rosalie. And shot calling on Devon Sempri. This one was just wide. Nice build-up play and shot fired just wide.
A man like Jaleel Evans, former youth international, has scored quite a few goals in the semi-pro league over the past couple of years. Brandon just boots that one into touch. Johnny with the throw in. He's been very busy defensively, Johnny. Gilbert goes for goal. A little bit ambitious there.
Ambitious strike by Aramis Gilbert. I thought he was crowded out by the defenders and just felt that he needed to just lace this one out to his goal. Just speculative shot as well. And well wide in the end. And Devon Sempri watches it as it goes by.
St. Romain has 2 for company. Picks off one of them for the throw-in. Who comes into the box? Carson Stanislaus says it's going to be a free kick to Gros. Clery in possession.
Alex pulls the trigger, but pulls it well wide.
Well wide. I think at times you can get deceived by the pace of the game. When you're in it, you feel like you have to rush. And I don't think he necessarily had to rush. Wasn't under any great pressure. The game has been pretty frenetic, but it's up to you to decide and dictate the tempo that you want to play at.
And a free kick to Gros.
So in as much as this has been an incident-filled game, it's not had many stoppages. So it'll be interesting to see how much time is added on. I wouldn't think more than a minute or so. And I think we've just had the one injury. One man going down. Gros in another good position. Gros have the ball.
Wood. Ball inside the 18-yard box.
And another opportunity for them, Brandon Eugene. Brandon Eugene gets the corner. So it's going to be Jalil Evans. This one headed out harmlessly.
Clery come away with it, but excellent.
One touch too many for St. Romain. Joshua George does the defensive work. St. Romain looked really good looping down the field, but took one extra touch. McLeod doing fine work there, holding off 3 defenders and winning a free kick at midfield. Darren Joseph stands over it. 2 minutes added on.
That's just about correct, Terry.
Yeah.
Not had many stoppages. Again, a number of yellow, red, and black shirts in possession, but defensively, Gros is doing the trick. Aramis Gilbert gets it, pushes back to towards his defense. Gros in control, long searching ball.
Doesn't quite have the legs to get across to Jalil Evans. McLaw is alone on the far side of the field, and he gets the ball. And he'll take a shot. Goes just wide. Doesn't trouble Emerson Bissett.
Job, Terry. The defender did his job.
I still think he probably had a better shot, but still, opportunity is still there for Clery.
Emerson Bissett. I'm not sure what was going on. Just handed the ball.
Says, here you go.
Try.
That last effort didn't really go the way you wanted. Try again.
Try me. And he handed the ball to the striker. Fortunately for him, his defense was able to come up trumps on that occasion.
Devoe gets it wide to Philip. One of a twin. The father part of the backroom staff for Clery. And Baggio Edward is shown a card. If not for the tackle, then certainly for dissent thereafter. Taking Nicholas Lawrence down. And now he's asking Yannick Noel for his opinion. Not sure Yannick Noel will have much to say.
And that's all the action we will have in this half.
I think that's a good place to end it. But like I said, a really exciting first half. I think this game deserves a goal. And we'll see the adjustments coming into the second half and see who can find the inroads, if anyone.
Definitely so.
Back in just a moment.
Brothers Premium Sign Up. Presented in part by the National Lodge Authority, the Government of St. Lucia, and the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports. At the break, we invite to be checked out the food canteen to the right of the stand, to the drink bar to the left of the stand. Also remember to support the popcorn.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Bob and Dave were very proud to buy their mom a new energy-saving fridge with lots of smart settings. They remember the old ways of energy saving. Mom always said, "Close the fridge, you're wasting current." Smart advice then, smart advice now. Close the fridge, you're wasting current. Saving energy is what's smart.
This is the Semi-Pro Football League. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows. It's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go! This is what we love. This is what we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League.
Leveraging football to transform lives.
Electricity powers our favorite appliances and devices. But leaving your devices on or even plugged in when not in use can waste energy. Wasted energy that runs up your bill. When not in use, switch off, unplug, save energy and save your appliances and devices. It's the smart thing to do. Saving energy is what's smart. A newly renovated home is a special feeling, and lighting can be a big part of that. Like the LED seasonal lights many now use for energy saving and safety over the holidays. It's worth the effort to install LED lights everywhere, and you don't have to be an expert to change a bulb. Remember to turn off all lights when not in use. This includes LED lights. Smart move, buddy. Saving energy is what's smart.
Gros, are you ready? From August 23rd to September 10th, the SPFL takes over the Francis Barbalastic Grounds. And this time, every point counts. Gros, bring the crew, bring the energy. Gros, it's your turn. SPFL jealous of who? Forwards. Just so. Brought to you by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, St. Lucia Football Association, and National Lotteries Authority. Endorsed by Lucille, Jade Mountain and Chasney, ES Productions, Flow, Veterans in Sports, and Brothers.
When considering or purchasing a new appliance, remember that we are a nation that runs on 240 volts. And appliances designed for 110 volts will need a transformer to function. Using a transformer on a 110 appliance may increase your energy consumption, and when not in use, it wastes energy and costs you more in the long term. Stylish is good for shoes, but appliances should be smart. Saving energy is what's smart.
Welcome to Season 3 of the Semi-Pro Football League. We've all been waiting.
The place is too small for me.
Semi-Pro Salem.
Si ou pas jaloux moun, levez la main, levez la main, levez la main. Si ou pas jaloux moun, levez la main, levez la main.
SPFL jealous of who?
Forwards. Just so.
SPFL jealous of who?
Forwards. Just so.
Show them we love Semi-Pro Jazz.
Levez la main, levez la main.
For Semi-Pro Jazz.
Levez la main, levez la main.
SPFL drop the rhythm.
Watch it. Why they boasting like they had the most thing? Always online and this some money thing you they posting. Too much yapping like a dumb packing. When you check it out, these people think you like asking. Who did this? Eko pani yeah. Uni hish, meti mama il a fait. Mamele, si ou ka gade mwe. Depuis ou ka travay we tout moun. Levez la main. Me jealous of who? Forwards. Just so. That ain't true. Me jealous of who? Forwards. Just so. Show them we not bad mind and just. Levez la main. Levez la main. Who not bad mind? Levez la main. Levez la main. Yo give me rhythm.
Oh, what a strike there.
In the heart of every community lies a dream waiting to come true as a journey begins. We dribble through life's hurdles, breaking down its barriers, looking beyond the horizon. Lessons are learned, friendships are forged, and strength is birthed from within. Beyond tactics and goals, we strive as a team. With discipline and perseverance, we advance. Through every kick, stumble, and victory, our lives are changing, and together we rise.
It's not just a game. Football is our life.
The St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League, leveraging football to transform lives.
Bob and Dave were very proud to buy their mom a new energy-saving fridge with lots of smart settings. They remember the old ways of energy saving. Mom always said, "Close the fridge, you're wasting current." Smart advice then, smart advice now. Close the fridge, you're wasting current. Saving energy is what's smart.
This is
is the Semi-Pro Football League. Feel the passion, feel the vibe. Leveraging football to transform lives. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League. Let's go! One shot to create your greatness. It's your time to make your name. It's more than just a way of life. This is more than just a game. This is one more reason why we unite with each other. So here comes one more season. This is football to unite the world. When we come alive, we just excite the world. Celebrate emotions and ignite the world. Let's make sure everybody knows it's the Semi-Pro League and this is what we love. Let's go! Oh, 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 this is what we love. Game and this is what we love. St. Lucia Semi-Pro Football League.
Leveraging football to transform lives.
Electricity powers our favorite appliances and devices. But leaving your devices on or even plugged in when not in use can waste energy. Wasted energy that runs up your bill. When not in use, switch off. Unplug, save energy, and save your appliances and devices. It's the smart thing to do. Saving energy is what's smart. A newly renovated home is a special feeling, and lighting can be a big part of that. Like the LED seasonal lights many now use for energy saving and safety over the holidays. It's worth the effort to install LED lights everywhere, and you don't have to be an expert to change a bulb. Remember to turn off all lights when not in use. This includes LED lights. Smart move, buddy. Saving energy is what's smart.
Gros, are you ready? From August 23rd to September 10th, the SPFL takes over the Francis Babalastic Grounds. And this time, every point counts. Gros, bring the crew, bring the energy. Gros, it's your turn. SPFL jealous of who? Forwards. Just up. Brought to you by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, St. Lucia Football Association, and National Lotteries Authority. Endorsed by Lucille, Jade Mountain and Chasney, ES Productions, Flow, Veterans in Sports, and Brothers.
When considering or purchasing a new appliance, remember that we are a nation that runs on 240 volts. And appliances designed for 110 volts will need a transformer to function. Using a transformer on a 110 appliance may increase your energy consumption, and when not in use, it wastes energy and costs you more in the long term. Stylish is good for shoes, but appliances should be smart. Saving energy is what's smart.
Welcome to Season 3 of the Semi-Pro Football League with
an indication that the second half will begin very soon. Of course, Season 3 will not be possible without the support of our corporate partners, our sponsors, Jade Mountain and Shasta Resorts, Veterans in Sports Incorporated, the Solution Electricity Services Limited, Lucille, Brothers Premium Cider, Flow, and ES Productions. Presenting partners, the Government of St. Lucia, Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, and the National Lotteries Authority. Every point counts. This is Semi-Pro Football, 0-0 at the commencement of the second half.
Well, Clive, as we kick off the second half here, 0-0 at the Francis Babalastic grounds. It's been a pretty exciting first half as Clery tries to get right into it through moving Saint Romain.
Yes, we're back at it at the Francis Babalastic grounds, and of course, an exciting first half. And if the first half is anything to go by, we're expecting a mammoth second half as well.
Now, interestingly, as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, both teams trying to get their campaign ready going. It's been a little bit start-stop for the SPFL with breaks for community carnivals, Nusha Carnival, and of course CPL last week. We should have a nice long stretch of games now, so all the teams will want to try to get settled and get into their stride. Clery, two-time champions. They are, I don't want to say mired, but they're in fifth place at the moment. They came back from playing the CFU Club Shield, acquitted themselves reasonably well. Lost to SV Robin Hood of Suriname, who have also previously beaten, I think it would have been Platinum, no, B1 FC out of Marsha. In Rosalie, meanwhile, relegation zone. They have just the 1 win and 2 losses. And Clery have 1 win but 2 draws to go with it.
Still early going in the season, Terry, and in fact, teams would want not to fall by the wayside, as we would have seen Central Castries and Mabia Valley. Both of them in relegation zone. Teams would want to stay close to the top or move up the table as well. And Clery, having won 2 out of the 3 seasons, would want to push on through and get themselves up there. Gros has been there and thereabouts as well at the top of the league.
Both the seasons, yes, Gros has been a strong contender. And before the advent of the SPFL, we saw Gros and Clery having some really fantastic battles in the Island Cup. Alex DeVoe playing in what really is his normal position with the youth team, playing more as a winger. Previously, we saw Mervyn St. Romain. We remarked earlier in the piece on the ease with which he progresses the ball up the field, and he did so again this time, though unable to get the final decisive touch on it. But Clery again in possession, harmlessly into the 6-yard box. Emerson Bissett gets it out to the wing. Attempted flick on. And now is back with Clery. Far too easily dispossessed, I think.
Very easily dispossessed. Just rested his body on him, and that he is off the ball. Really too soft as an attacker.
Dante Fitz gets it all the way across to Gabriel. But now it's Grosley once again, the boys in baby blue. Charles gets it out to Terry Morrill. Is it out wide. Finds Lawrence, but Lawrence is behind the last defender.
Just ventured offside. Just didn't time his run to perfection on this occasion, Lawrence, and a judge offside. But a good build-up play by the Grizzly team, moving the ball, able to string the passes together, and early in the second half, that's what they would need to do, just to keep control of the ball.
And I think that's where Clery really needs to take note. We've seen the similar patterns at the youth level, in fact, where Clery at times appears to be a little bit rushed, whereas Grosley is almost always pretty well composed and plays a nice compact game, moving the ball, holding possession. Gros still in possession, but now is turned over.
Long searching ball. Emerson be set.
Ball to the task.
Yes, Michael Justin plays it out wide. Gets it out to Joshua George. Clery on the attack. That one played into touch. Is Gilbert, and Gilbert earns a penalty taken down by Lyndon Constantine here in the 52nd minute of play. Ball falling luckily to Gilbert, and he's taken down roughly by Constantine. Referee points straight to the spot. I'm reminded that Shama Filgens, who's called into play, is also the physio for the St. Lucia Basketball Federation.
Yes, Shama has been very involved.
No, nothing wrong with that call, despite our faulty connection. I think it's pretty clear that Lyndon Constantine got his boot up on the shin
of Aramis Gilbert, and of course the referee decision on the
Filgen just confirming that a man like Taliban needs to exit the field of play. Mr. Stanislaus says that yes, indeed, he does need to. I thought I saw him point to the spot, but
that was not.
In fact, he gave a goal kick. So Gros in possession, did not get. Certainly looked like a penalty call was fair and warranted, but it was in fact a goal kick.
Got it wrong. Must have been pointing
to the 6-yard box.
From our vantage point, we really missed that.
Looks like changes oncoming for Gros. Louisien. Into the night sky.
Of
double substitution for Rosalie in the 54th minute. The player now on the field, number 7. For Rosalie, return the now player making an exit, number 17, Aramis Gilbert. Also the player on the field, number 18, for Rosalie, number 18, for Rosalie, Amal Shari, and the player making an exit, number 10, Jaleel Evans, double substitution for Gros in the 54th minute.
So we've got, as I said, a double substitution. Riquelme Lionel.
Yes.
And we were talking today, Clive, about the fact that Barbano have done human service in terms of developing the last year, unfortunately, missed the entire season more or less, and he's back this year. Developed by New Generation FC, and now playing with Gros. Played great effect in the under-19 zonal competition for Gros. I think he ended with something like 5 or 6 goals in the zonal competition, and then went on to make the semi-finals with them in the Blackout tournament.
Yes, with Kelmy Lionel, repetition precedes him, and he would want to make an impact in this game, as this one is shredded through, but timely intervention by Justin, and again putting on another tackle really, as the striker. I mean, I think he might have gotten the
worst of that.
That tackle. Nephew of Elijah Joseph, Michael Justin.
Big name in Gros, Elijah Joseph. And in St. Lucia football, really.
Correct.
Clery trying to develop a nice little passage of play here. 3 or 4 touches, and they still have it. Deveau gets it out to Philip. Philip tackled well. It's going to be a throw-in for the men in blue.
Usually gets the opportunity to take a spot kick. Now long searching ball out towards the 18-yard, looking for his man. Finds him, dance around. Deveau.
Fits to Deveau, to Ronham Cooper. Being shadowed by Deveau.
Speculative ball across.
Philip cuts it out. Central main sets it up for Yannick Noel. And Yannick Noel didn't waste his time putting his balloon in his sock for just this moment. Beautiful bit of dribbling by Saint Romain. We've seen him, we've spoken about how smooth he is coming out of the midfield.
Just
gets it to McGlaw and back to the man Yannick Noel.
Yannick Noel was served on a platter. And he
celebrates by blowing up a balloon.
Oh, what a celebration that is. He's returned that balloon to his socks as well. So he has.
Let's see if he has any further use for it in the last half hour. Well, we said all this game was missing was a goal. Can we get some more goals? Still alive for Gros.
And the free kick is right outside of the 18 box there.
Cooper sees yellow for that challenge. And Charles will have the opportunity to restore parity. You know, pacing off the steps is all well and good, but referees all have different heights and different strides.
That is correct.
So if you get a nice short referee, you're probably in better stead as a defender.
Correct.
Carson Stanislaus, a fairly tall fellow. So there's quite a way to the wall. Charles doesn't do much with that.
Confirmation of the opening goal. Goal scored by number 77, Yannick Noel, Team Clery, opening goal scored in the 60th minute.
So Clery will go in search of their second goal. Noel feeling quite good about himself, and he sets it up nicely, forces a save from Emerson Bissett. Does the oncoming Mervyn St. Romain. I don't think Bissett has too much to complain about. That was a really well timed run by St. Romain. Clery, St. Romain.
And now Clery turning up the heat.
Eugene doesn't get it that far. Gros committing numbers in defense. And the Gros crowd turning very quickly on Nicholas Lawrence.
Again, Alex DeVoe.
St. Romain tries to find Yannick Noel. I think St. Romain may have enjoyed that little balloon celebration.
Yes, he did.
Says he wants to see it again. Number 77. We're going to have a further change. Charles is going to come off. Replaced by Devage Edward, another young player. McLaw. I think he was trying to find DeVoe, but still meets a black, yellow and red shirt. That one a little bit too long for Badjo Edward. So Gros in search of the equalizer.
Second substitution for Gros in the 64th minute.
Joshua George on the run, down the line, and undone by Cooper.
Yes, sir. Again, Joshua George looking to make some inroads down the right flank, but Ronald Cooper putting in some good defensive work.
After all of that, Gros retains possession.
Again, we spoke of the type of studs on the cleats. The cricket pitch is very slippery, and the players are losing their footing rather easily in that area.
And of course, the cricket pitch gets rolled It's nice and hard. Ideal for cricket, not so much for football.
When there's a little bit of moisture on there, it helps. Because
will this ball bounce kindly for Clery? Does not. In fact, it sets off a Gros attack.
Oriel.
Swung across for Louisiane. Little back heel for DeVoe. Goes awry. Clery.
Oh.
That one just scuffed.
Feeble attempt in the end. Clery would do well to get a little bit of a breather because they've been under some fire in the last couple of minutes. We have a man down, we have 2 men down, as a matter of fact. Player from Clery as well as a player from Gros.
And there behind the goal, we see our National Junior Player of the Year and Junior Male Player of the Year, Shaquille Martelli, who's played the under 15 CONCACAF tournament last year. Of course, congratulations to all the recipients on the weekend. Raquel John winning the Senior Female Player of the Year. And Mr. Philip actually is the... So we have finally a male physio. He's actually listed as the goalkeeping coach. Dwayne Phillip. So both physios in action. Dwayne D. Phillip. So we all clear, and Devon St. Prix, after quite a bit of incident, will get a goal kick. Lofts it upfield. Down towards Charlie Sonson Drive. Rosalie looking for an opening. This one will be another goal kick.
Grizzly just can't seem to find a way through.
Miles Clery was the man giving chase there. St. Prix asked to do it again. Grizzly is preparing another substitution. St. Romain played a role in the opening goal. And there's the goal scorer, Yannick Noel. Swings it in. DeVoe gets it back to St. Romain. Back to DeVoe. Using the width of the field well, a la Clery. Trying to get that cross into the box. Justin unable to keep it in. I'm not sure why he was trying to keep it in. It goes out at that stage. It's out. If he had been able to keep it in, he might have put his team at a disadvantage.
Correct. He might have put his team under pressure because what he was looking to do is to get it back closer to the 18
hoist it, to hoist it back. Regardless, Grosley once again on the move. Joshua George, a very poor decision by him. But Louisiane, I thought that was a stiff tackle, but clearly the man in the middle felt that it was a little bit too ambitious. And Louisiane doesn't need to. There's no need for that, gentlemen. And Stanislaus reminds them, "I'm the referee."
Correct.
I'll decide how much space is given. Devage Edward gets it wide to Justin. Cut out by Alex DeVoe. Looks like Clery is preparing to make some changes of their own. So with just under 20 minutes remaining, 3 changes lining up for Clery and 2, it looks like, for Gros. This is interesting. DeVoe is sacrificed. Be interesting to see what Clery looks like as far as their approach play, as Riquelme Lionel is felt to have got that boot up a little bit too high. Goes out for Milan Jules. We get the confirmation of those other 2 substitutions, and now Gros making some changes of their own. They'll take off Joshua George. Niall Fontenelle coming on. Yes, so last subs for Gros. Nicholas Lawrence, who's on a yellow, goes off for Niall Fontenelle.
And number 25.
Also number 25 for they don't have a 25 list. Number 20, but Jaquan Joseph, yes. Jaquan Joseph. Jaquan Joseph comes on. Jaquan, I think it was in the final of the zonal tournament. The goalkeeper for Gros received a red card, and Jaquan Joseph was forced into action. Also, fine javelin throw. Actually set a personal best in the javelin throw at the Winter Island School Games and winning that event. Unfortunately, one of the few gold medalists in the track and field portion of the games. But Jaquan stepped in as goalkeeper in the under-19 zonal competition and stopped a penalty. So basically winning the game for Gros.
Pedigree, Jaquan Joseph the defensive line.
Yeah.
St. Lucia winning Games team. And in fact, in the final game, he played upfield on the flank and made a huge difference in that game as well. So very versatile player.
I think that was our biggest win, something like 3-0.
Correct.
3-0. St. Lucia won that final game against the Commonwealth of Dominica. It wasn't necessarily a decisive game because the title had already been won
Correct.
By then, St. Lucia's first title since 2019 in the Windward Islands school games. Also the first time since 2019 that we won netball. Netball pretty much on a high at the moment. Also got a medal at the Central American and the Caribbean Games. Football. I was told the last time that during the netball game that I was talking a little bit too much about basketball. So here I am making up for it and injecting some netball into the football.
You make it back. But of course, we're back here with Clery leading 1-0. And it's been pretty sedate last 5 minutes or so. A number of changes coming in as Jaquan Joseph takes in that throw in long one. Comes across, the defender misses it. Clery is able to clear the line.
Clery still in possession. Pumped up field by Gros. Headed harmlessly back to the goalkeeper, Devon Senpri. Having some problems with our video at the moment. We'll be right back, and there we go.
Yes, technical issues resolved.
I think I should also manifest $1 million, Clivers.
You should.
Whilst I'm at it. Call for the video, got the video.
You should manifest that $1 million.
I think Rihanna's going to be at the game this weekend. Might as well.
We're going to take this thing a little bit too far, Terry. Nevertheless.
So a little bit of a break in play as DP comes on to tend to a Clery player. Can't quite make out who's down. In fact, it's Ronham Cooper, and he's helped off. So DP is wearing a safety officer, Dwayne Phillip. I don't think the safety officer is listed, but he's there as the safety officer. They have as goalkeeping coach Quinn Phillip. So I'm not sure if that's another Phillip or if that's Dwayne Phillip.
May very well be.
I don't know DP
as Quinn.
Quinn, and I don't know if he was a goalkeeper. As I actually know him as a noted volleyballer. I think that would have been his main sport, as far as I recall. I believe he may have been a part of Tombstone.
That's a volleyball club?
A volleyball... Tombstone was never really a volleyball club. Tombstone was a team of guys who showed up and beat everybody and won tournaments. So Tombstone was a bunch of veteran players led by the likes of Long Octave. And they never really, as far as I knew, never really practiced together, but they just used to show up for tournaments and win tournaments. Wearing all black. Some exciting times at the VG Multipurpose Sports Complex, but exciting times here at the Francis Babalastic grounds. Gros still inexplicably in possession. And now they turn it over. Phillip swings it out wide.
Yeah, the referee has spotted an infringement.
Yeah, that tackle a little bit ambitious. A little bit heavy. Excellent work by Phillip. Not only won the tackle, but also enticed the defender
into
Niall Fontenelle into an inauspicious tackle of his own. Wins a free kick. We had a few more stoppages in this second half, including balloon celebration. So I think we'll probably get 3 or 4 minutes of stoppage. And
again, Brazil seem to have lost the plot with the substitution. The substitutes have not gotten the tempo of the game, and that fluency that obtained in the first half, we've completely lost that for the Brazilian team.
For me, part of it is removing those two veterans, Aramis Gilbert and Eden Stanislas, two guys who, despite the fact that they can be a little bit temperamental at times, they also know how to really dictate the pace of the game and dictate the course of the game. And we've lost that a little bit from Gros. Gros is not moving the ball around as fluidly as they would have done earlier on in the piece.
Agreed completely. Just the leadership that Eden Charles and Aramis Gilbert provided on the field of play is absent at this point. And the youngsters are coming in. You know they have the ability, they have the skill set, but lack the leadership to make any progress now. And it looks like Clery is in the ascendancy. He has been so in the second half.
Yeah, Riquelme Lionel just unable to catch up with the ball there as it went into touch. Gros trying to get something going, but they just get a throw. Let's see what they can build on that foundation. Nothing doing for the man Thierry Morel.
He gets involved in a little bit of a tussle again.
Argy-bargy. Fewer than 10 minutes remaining in regulation. Clery looking to move up the table, closer to the spot that they're more accustomed to. They'll be one of the few teams remaining unbeaten in the tournament if this result holds. 1-0 they lead.
Should have quite a bit of time added on. We had a good number of injuries, celebration of a goal, and Grizzly probably want to extend on that. The shot comes on goal, but Devon Sempri is so relaxed. He's taking this one, just controlling it nicely and enticing the striker to come near. Just waste a few minutes, a few seconds really, and launches this one upfield. Goes into touch for a throw into Grizzly, has taken very quickly, flicked on. Only finds the throw into Clery. This one goes into touch. You think Clery would be looking for a second goal, Terry?
I think they ought. I think they've been, as we've said, they've been on top of the game, and they, I think, are well positioned to try to get Grizzly further on the back foot. They won't want to invite Grizzly to come at them. Grizzly now will try to get something started. Jaquan Joseph, a little bit heavy, but he gets away with it. Gets it out to Miles Shalry, and now gets it further downfield to Devage Edward. Edge of the box, Shalry.
Just run himself out of real estate, Shalry.
And it really didn't see why. So a win here today would get Clery, if this result holds, to 8 points and joint first on points. It'd still be well behind Vieux-Fort South on goal difference, but that draw last night by Vieux-Fort South with Vieux-Fort North, really excellent game. That draw will have allowed them, if Clery does hold on this evening, to get some company at the summit. So our top 2 teams from last season would be our top 2 teams once again in match week 4.
Providing the results hold, there's enough time. We're inside the last 5 minutes of regulation time, and Gros looking to make some inroads, but the possession is basically in their defense and looking long, searching ball.
A draw would force Clery into 3rd place. Niall Fontenelle attacking on the far side and gets himself a corner. Corner will be taken by Devaj Edward. Man down at midfield, but he says play on. He'll be just fine. Lionel back out to Edward. Edward gets the cross in again. Tallest man in the box, Devon Senpri, plucks it out of the air. And we've got Emerson Bissett advancing up the field, Clivers.
Yes, Emerson Bissett well off his line. Terry, not know if he's looking to add numbers to the attack, but he was well off his line, and Sempre firing this one downfield. Emerson Bissett recovered, came back, but of course not enough support for the Clery in that region.
Well, clock is winding down, but Clery have an opportunity here to pad the lead. I did note that these teams have had some fiery encounters through the past few years, but Clery has had the better of those encounters by and large. Cross comes in. Bissett pushes it over. It's going to be another dead ball situation, this time a corner.
Well inside the last 5 minutes, Terry, of regulation time.
Yes, and Samaya Lou's trying to hurry the game up. Cross comes in. Bounces pretty harmlessly at the end. Johnny Phillip advances to do defensive work in his attacking third. And that building, I think, will eventually be converted to the Elijah Joseph Center. But a great deal of work done on this venue, the Francis Babalastic Grounds. Clive, I remember as a boy coming to cheer Marisol on. Marisol also used to wear baby blue further back than I care to admit. And what is now the Alton Crafton stands would have been the hillside, essentially. And I joined probably scores of people on the hillside cheering Marisol FC. Now supplanted to some extent by GMC United, I suppose.
Empty with Coach Casper.
Baba Ranks. GMC have done some fine work, especially in youth football. I think they won one of the titles at the recent Caribbean Youth Challenge. Under 17, I believe. With, again, that man, Shaquille Martelli, being very much part of it. They would have won a title as well last year in the Gros Football Showcase.
So they've been doing plenty of good programs there at GMC, attracting young players from all over the island.
Clery with an opportunity here. Constantine gets it in the box. 4 minutes. Time added on. Gros have 4 minutes to fight for a draw at the very least. We've seen some late goals here.
We have seen
over the past couple of days.
We have seen some stoppage time goals as well. The Clery would not want that to happen this evening. Gros would hope for it to happen. Clery looking for their own stoppage time goal, and they get it. Baggio getting just lobbing the goalkeeper and extending the lead. So essentially, that's the nail in the coffin of the. Really silencing the crowd here tonight. The number 70 Baggio.
2-0. Clery football, the two-time champions, keeping Gros just above the relegation zone at the moment. Only Mawia Valley and Central Castries below them. In 9th and 10th, Gros are in 8th, and from the looks of the match at the moment, they will remain in 8th at the end of the 4th round of play. But quite a bit of football to be played in season 3 of the SPFL. And Clivers, for the first time, it must be noted that we are going to really expand the number of venues at which football will be played in this year's SPFL. We got the Philip Marsler Grounds, Francis Babalastic, the Soufre Stadium, Mindu Philip Park, Larry Shoes Playing Field, and the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground.
Oh, it's on the list of grounds. So excellent.
Yes. So in November, we'll be at Larry Shoes in Denry Valley. Mindu Philip Park will be in October as well. Of course, we'll be taking a break for the CONCACAF Nations League. St. Lucia back in the CONCACAF Nations League. We'll be playing under interim coach Francis Babalastic. For those who do not know, former national men's coach Stern John signing on with Grenada as their new head coach. And he says that he has some Grenadian heritage, which is news to me.
He might have just inherited that heritage.
Of course, a noted Trinidad and Tobago international, leading all-time scorer in CONCACAF internationals. Member of the famous Soca Warriors. Had some degree of success, I think, with St. Lucia, but at the end of the day, parting ways with the national men's program after some 3 years or so in charge. And St. Lucia now, well, the St. Lucia Football Association now looking for a new coach. And there we see that goal, the replay of that goal. And that is the final whistle in this one. 2-0. Clery takes the victory. They will move spot behind the Vieux South only by virtue of goal difference. Clivers, has been an exciting night of football.
It's been a very exciting night of football. 2 really good games tonight, but the second game, the Gros and the Clery game, really lived up to all expectations. The crowd came out in their numbers and they got a treat for their money. And in the end, Clery emerging victors by 2-0. So excellent night of football, Terry.
We'll be back on Friday. Miku taking on Choiseul from 7 p.m. here at the Francis Babalasik Group in Tier 2 Group A. And in Tier 1, Dennery, they'll take on Viewfort North. I'm Terry Finister with Cliver's Jules. We do look forward to you joining us on Friday.